Welcome back to Have You Seen That Film? I'm your host, Dylan Lloyd, and today we're going to be talking about For the Love of the Game, starring Kevin Costner and Kelly Preston. For the Love of the Game tells the story of Billy Chappell, the Detroit Tigers pitcher, and has been for, I think it's 17 years or so. And on the morning, or the day of, that he's set to play against the New York Yankees, the owner of the team comes and tells him that, hey, I've lost the team. I've sold the team, and I didn't know this until after I sold it, but part of it, they're going to trade you to a different team. And secondly, the night before, he was supposed to be meeting his long off again, on again relationship girlfriend, played by Kelly Preston, and she didn't show up. So she didn't show up, and now he's being told this, and then he finds out that she's downstairs waiting in the lobby. He goes to meet with her, and she tells him that I'm moving to England, and that's what I'm doing, and it's never worked out between us because you care more about baseball, and it's never going to work out between us. So now he's off facing the New York Yankees. He's there playing in their stadium, and throughout the movie, while he's on the pitcher's mound and such, he starts having flashbacks to when he met Kelly Preston's character, and essentially their whole relationship, and their high points and their low points, and them falling in love, and then she getting her heart broken, and it goes through their whole love story throughout the entire baseball game till it gets to the point where we're in the present day situation now, where it kind of cuts back and forth, and eventually we get to the point where we're all caught up. We got to where we were the night before with their relationship, where she didn't show up, and throughout this entirety of him thinking about the relationship and essentially realizing that he's screwed up, he also realizes that at the moment he's thrown a perfect game. A perfect game is when a baseball pitcher everyone gets struck out. No one gets on base, no points are scored. He's gone the whole game, and they're about on the 7th or 8th inning, and they've gone the whole game. Nobody's scored, no one on the Yankees team has scored, nobody's gotten on base. And so now he's kind of at this point where he's like, I gotta still focus on the game while I'm still kind of feeling this way about losing the woman I love. And she, you know, is stuck at the airport watching the game because she still cares about him, and she wants to see him succeed, you know. Despite the hardships they've gone through and her heart being broken, she's never missed one of his games, despite if it was in person or watching it on TV. And so he's now up against the fact that, you know, I'm losing the woman I love, the stress of I'm throwing a perfect game, and can I keep doing that? I've gone without realizing it, and now I realize, and can I keep going? And I'm also, do I retire from baseball? He's a 40-year-old pitcher, or do I get traded from the team that I've played for years and go to another team? And so down in the final moments, he's got all these things he's struggling to put together as he's going out to continue to pitch and hopefully get the perfect game. It's quite the movie. I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I really do. I thought Kevin Costner did a splendid job in this role. I remember, in fact, like the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, you know, he deserved an Oscar for that. That was so good. Turns out he didn't get an Oscar for it, but he was nominated for a Razzie, which the Razzies are the awards for the worst in film that year. I don't agree with that nomination, but I just thought he did such a fantastic job in this movie, and I love the the mix between the love story and the sports, where we get to have two stories that eventually intertwine into where we are now. And I just love the cutting back and forth between the two. I thought it gave a good balance, and because I was invested in the baseball game, but I was also really invested in their love story, and so it's kind of like I want to see one, but I also wanted to see another part of it. And you get these two endings of the stories, because we get the ending of what happens with the baseball game and the ending that happens with their love, because it is a romantic movie as well. And so I thought it was an interesting way to give us a sports movie, because it really is, we're in just this one game, but yet the movie it's a long movie as it's giving us the whole backstory of their love. I really enjoyed the baseball scenes a lot. There's Kevin Costner's character Billy he's got this gift where there he is on the pitcher's mound, and he says clear mechanism, and he's able just to shut out all the noise in the audience. And I always find it really cool. And then at the end, he's trying to do it and he can't, and it just adds a stress on you, like, oh shoot, is he gonna screw up because he can't turn off all the excess noise. And I also think the chemistry between Kevin and Kelly was really good. I thought they were perfect choices for the leads. It was believable to me. And sweet Kelly Preston, rest in peace. That's John Travolta's deceased wife now. I find her very adorable and very charming in this movie. She definitely portrays this character well that she plays. And for some reason I'm blanking on her name, and as soon as this video is over I'm gonna go look it up and be like, yeah. Anyways, the relationship and the chemistry between them is really good. I find it believable. I find that it was, again, I think they're perfectly casted for this role. They really help to bring the romance and bring the love story to life, and again, I find that it was an interesting way of telling us a love story. It could have been a love story that took place all throughout a baseball season, kind of like Bull Durham, also starring Kevin Costner. But no, this is the love story that's taking place over years, but we're going to see it during one baseball game. So, yeah, an interesting concept. Baseball movies are, any sports movie, I'm kind of a sucker for them. Not all of them, but they usually draw you into the story, that you're up there, you're rooting, and they just create a fun atmosphere for you. I've always felt that most sports movies give you that intense atmosphere, because you're watching this one team and you're hoping for this one team to succeed and to accomplish what, the unthinkable, the unbelievable, and the things you only dream of or you hear about. And so that's what I enjoy about sports movies. And Kevin Costner is no stranger to sports movies. He's done several of them throughout his career. Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, For Love of the Game, Tin Cup, Draft Day. He's bounced through several different. But one of those things, when I hear baseball, sooner or later Kevin Costner he's one of the first things that probably pops in my head, because I associate so much of baseball with Kevin Costner. So if you're looking for it's a perfect combo for a couple, because you may have one of you in the relationship who likes romance, and one of you enjoys sports movies. So this is the perfect combo, because the one half of the relationship who enjoys sports movies is going to get that, and the other half who may enjoy romance movies is going to get that all wrapped up here in one. And if you enjoy both, I do. I love both genres. It's great because you get both in one. So this movie is a real home run. Ha! It's a baseball movie. movie. I made that pun intended. So check it out. I like this one a lot. It's a feel good. My wife didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I did. She felt like Kevin Costner's character really broke Kelly Preston's heart, and without giving too much away for the film, she felt like, you know, he felt like if he really wanted to win her back, he would have done more for her. And she wanted to see more of that aspect than what was kind of given to us. So that's one complaint coming from another viewer, and that's my wife. So, and I know a couple of times she struggled following the, are we at present day or are we at flashbacks? Because sometimes in the flashbacks they would be at a baseball game for a brief moment. But overall, I enjoyed this movie. It's one that the score is fantastic. The Basil Pondoris, I hope I'm saying his last name right. He's a fantastic composer. It's a great soundtrack. Our stars are phenomenal, really give great performances, and the overall story is something that I enjoy. So if you're looking for something new to watch tonight, check it out. It's on Peacock right now for free. And let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. I love to hear different people's opinions on films, so feel free to share down at the bottom. Thanks for watching today. I hope that you found this video enlightening, and if you disagree, let me know. If you agree, let me know. Again, comment down below. I love hearing other people's opinions on films. So thank you so much, and take care. That's a wrap.